Nashville's News 2 has a crew in Moore, Oklahoma. News 2's John Dwyer joins us live tonight. John?
Greetings from Moore, Oklahoma, where the sun is trying to peek out, which seemed very improbable just a couple of hours ago. A torrential downpour, even some hail. It dampened and really stopped some recovery efforts here in this small town that's about 10 miles south of Oklahoma City. It's about half the size of Murfreesboro, 55,000, 20,000 without power right now. This is the scene that has played out in the subdivision I'm in over and over again, where some of the collectibles are found in the rubble, and the residents will come back perhaps and get them one day. But as we walk down here, we are about a mile away from the elementary school that was devastated. The hospital that was severely damaged is just on the other side of that bluff. It has been a very difficult day. The weather really hampering efforts, also some confusion about some of the roadblocks and people trying to get in back to their place to see what they have left. A while ago, the governor of Oklahoma said this: resiliency is seen just being here, and they look at me, you get it, don't you? I said, absolutely. We understand a little bit what's going on. Here's a good indication. Some folks and some friends of the Justin Jeffin family, they're helping, trying to find some things. And Justin just told me a little while ago, he came out of the rubble there. He's the one driving the car. He had this ornament, this ceramic ornament, and he kind of looked at it and smiled. And I said, I don't want to ruin your thought, but what do you think? And he says, I just didn't think I'd find things like this. You can't replace mementos. This was my grandmother's, and she, it reminds me of her. So we're finding incredible stories like that, but we do know that there are months, years ahead of rebuilding here. Tonight at 5 o'clock, we'll have the story of a woman that came out that wanted to just find memories of people she didn't even know, and she has an intriguing story. We'll have that for you at 5. But now, reporting live from Moore, Oklahoma, John Dwyer for Nashville's News 2 at 4.
Thank you, John. Appreciate the update. To give you an update now on the devastation in Oklahoma caused by what is now an EF5 tornado. News 2's John Dwyer joins us live tonight from Moore, Oklahoma. John?
And we continue to give you perspective from Moore, Oklahoma. At the top of the hour, we are on the other side of the block there in a cul-de-sac where the houses are just rubble. Here's a parking lot. The foundation is there, but this used to be a 7-Eleven convenience store. That is gone. Then we work our way here. This is the medical office building and the hospital, as you can see, severely damaged. And then down the road a piece, the good side of a movie theater. We continue to see people like this walk and gather and get their things. Folks, can I ask you real quick, did you have a house in there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Back on 8th Street.
Yeah, and are you able to get anything out of it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty... There wasn't a great deal of damage like most of what you see right here. I mean, the roof's messed up and the siding's broke, but it's outside of not having water and power, it's still pretty livable.
You have your precious cargo, which is really the most important thing. When does this sink in?
A couple weeks from now, probably, when the power comes back on. I don't know, man. It's pretty surreal.
You guys have a great spirit about you. I wish you well.
Thank you.
All right, and that's really the tone, the tenor of people here. It's we're going to make it. We're going to get through this. I saw another family walk through, and among the things they were carrying, it was a frozen pizza that they were able to salvage from the refrigerator, which now has no power. We'll continue to chronicle the damage here in Moore, Oklahoma, of the now EF5 tornado. Been upgraded more than 200 miles per hour. It tore through here yesterday. Reporting live from Moore, John Dwyer, Nashville's News 2 at 4.
Thank you, John. Thanks for the update, and thankfully that family seems to be okay.
Back here live, we have some folks here that are taking some of their belongings out. Go ahead, folks, come on through. Did you all have a house back here? You're looking at a storage unit? What about you? Yeah, you had something over here? You had a house?
Yeah, we're together.
Yeah? How is the house?
It looks bad for what we've seen.
Have you been able to get anything out of it?
No, that's what we're trying to do now.
How do you folks stay so calm? Is it just that you're not matter of fact, but have you had a good cry?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet,
No.
but I will.
I don't want to be the one that does that, but I appreciate your time. Again, folks are here they're going to use the rest of the daylight to get things done.
What we've seen from my sister that worked at the hospital.
Yeah, that's not
She crawled out of the
good.
hospital and walked to our house to see what was left, and that's what she gave us a picture of. So, and I don't think the reality set in with my mom yet, but it's going to. It's going to be real bad. So it's just time to keep our heads up high and rebuild. That's all we can say. But
Godspeed. We'll have more reports for you at 6 o'clock. But for now, John Dwyer live in Moore, Oklahoma for Nashville's News 2 at 5.
Thank you, John. News 2's John Dwyer joined us live tonight in Moore, Oklahoma. John?
Through this rubble, and this is just a site that we're going to pan around and just show you. A subdivision leveled in Moore, Oklahoma, and some buddies are out helping a girlfriend find some pictures, and they're cackling as if it's a tailgate. The mood here has picked up throughout the day. One, it is sunny out, and it rained a bunch this morning, and that helps out. But also what helps out, the fact that there's more and more people out here and a real sense of community. I heard you laughing and smiling, and I said, you've got to tell the story of what you found that made you, your home destroyed, smile.
Actually, I found this doll over there in just some rubbish, and this was a doll that I got from a First Communion, and it just says a prayer, and it's just saying that Jesus is with us at all times. And
Go ahead and play it. Go ahead and play it.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. Guide and guard me through the night, and wake me with the morning's light.
I don't know if you could hear that, but it goes on, and it works. Why do you have such an spirit of uplifting right now?
All my family is alive and safe, and that's all that matters. We can rebuild anything. We can replace clothes, different stuff like that. But pictures, what we're finding is acceptable, and it's just a great feeling to be alive and know that everything is okay.
It is such an unorthodox way to spend a Tuesday night, and you guys are doing a great job, and I'm telling you, people in Middle Tennessee are pulling for you all. That's a number of the stories. We'll have more for you tonight at 10, and look at WKRN.com as we're following some stories there. But for now, reporting live from Moore, Oklahoma, John Dwyer for Nashville's News 2 at 6.
News 2's John Dwyer joins us live in Moore, Oklahoma.
With the first full day after the devastating tornado coming to an end, we know some hard facts. We do indeed know it was an EF5 tornado, the most dangerous and deadly, more than 200 miles per hour, the wind speed causing this devastation and so much more. We know that it was on the ground for 40 minutes, and we know it was 17 miles long, the path. What can't be measured is the resiliency of Oklahomans. As the sun lowered on what seemed to be an endless pile of rubble that just Monday afternoon was a thriving neighborhood, the scavenger hunt for family keepsakes kept turning up small victories. Is there a hair alert on one of these pictures? Is that your kids didn't know you had hair? They're going to say, "Who's that guy?"
That's right. I'm taking this as proof that at one point I did have hair right now.
Laughter and smiles and perspective from a young woman whose house was obliterated. You see, her friends keep donating anything she needs.
So I'm getting lots of help, definitely. They need addresses to send it to, and I really don't have an address to send it to, but I can send it to a friend's house and they'll deliver it to me.
And her boyfriend can already sense a change in spirit.
It gets better by the hour. We see people doing the same thing we're doing. So yesterday was emotional, and today is a little brighter.
And maybe tomorrow, loved ones will hold each other a little tighter. Oklahomans showing their impressive true colors. And the story of heroes are emerging. That movie theater that was so badly damaged, the manager was credited with saving lives, getting people together, getting them out of there. And that movie theater that plays happy movies and sci-fi and all that acted as a triage and also a part-time morgue. I can tell you that talking to the people here in Oklahoma, there is still shock, and the next few days will be reality. And we will be here to chronicle it. Reporting live from Moore, Oklahoma, John Dwyer for Nashville's News 2 at 10.